What's up? What's happening, you guys? Welcome back to my channel and happy Easter Sunday. I thought I'd come and show you guys this super easy and super quick jerk chicken recipe I did. Baby, this was popping. This was 10 out of 10, okay? Best believe it, I had even surprised myself. You can also use this recipe on any veg. I also made some veg skewers, so if you don't eat meat, you can always substitute this in. So first things first, you want to set the vibe, obviously put on some good music, but you also want to wash your chicken, child. So I went ahead and washed this beforehand off camera using lemon, and I made sure to get rid of all the kind of excess fatty pieces and just, you know, all that extra shit that be on the chicken. So I'm going to empty all of my chicken legs into this big pot, and I like to stab up my little chicken legs, you know, little shanky shank, just to make sure that I create these little pockets for the seasoning to go in, because I want that seasoning to be throughout that chicken, baby, not just on the surface. You know when you go and get some chicken and like it just tastes good on the surface or on the skin, and then the rest of it is just dry? I don't like that. So I'm going in with this jerk marinade from Dunn's River. This is the one that I usually use, but as you can see a little bit, I was running low. So I also decided to pick up this other one that I'll show you now, which is by Walkerswood. And I got this in the flavor mild. They also have a hot and spicy one if you like your food real hot. But I found that this mild one had a kick to it. Like, it had enough of the kick, baby. Like, nose was running. So if you do like really spicy food, you can go ahead and get the hot and spicy one. Next, I went in with some mixed herbs, which is just a blend of, you know, your thyme, your oregano, all that good stuff. And guys, I'm so sorry, like the camera wasn't focused, but it's only for these next like 2 ingredients, and then we come back, baby. You can kind of see how much of everything I'm putting on. So I'm going in with the garlic powder now, and I'm super generous with this because I love garlic in my food. I'm trying to taste that. And then I also go in with some black pepper, which I'm just grinding. I promise, we back in focus now. We back in focus. Next, I went in with this chicken seasoning, also by Dunn's River. I go in with, you know, I feel like a light amount of this. I do go back and add a little bit more later. You just kind of need to judge how much seasoning you want and how seasoned the food looks. And if you guys didn't expect me to use this, you clearly are new to my channel, baby. I'm going in with this adobo next. You already know I'm trying to get that focused because it just deserves to be in focus. This is my go-to with like everything I make. So I'm gonna go in with a more generous amount of adobo. And the reason why I like adobo so much is because it doesn't have MSG in it. So MSG is this kind of compound or chemical that is used in a lot of food. It's not good for you, so adobo doesn't have that. That's why I bang it out all the time. So I'm also just adding in some pimento. That's what I'm showing you on camera now. And this ingredient is often used in a lot of jerk marinades, so I'm just adding it for a little extra kick. Next, I'm just putting in 2 chopped spring onions or green onions. I just chop these into little chunks, and I'm just adding them in there for some more flavor. And next, I'm going in with about half of this amount of garlic, ginger. I used maybe half of that little stump that I showed you, so about a thumb-sized amount. Chop that up really fine, and this is how everything is looking so far. Nice and colorful. That's what you want. So I just go straight in there with my hands, child. Like, no gloves, nothing. I'm going in raw. So I'm just gonna mix that up, mix everything together, give everything, you know, a good rub down. You really want to get all of that seasoning and flavor in the chicken, not just on the outside, as I mentioned already. Obviously, you don't have to use your hands. You can wear gloves, you can use a utensil, but I was just trying to get in there. I just wanted to get everything all rubbed in, get it everywhere. I'm not trying to see no empty blank spots. I think I mentioned already, but I'm using like chicken legs, the whole thigh and leg of the chicken. Just, yeah, that whole piece right there. And as you can see, I just put a little, like a spoonful more of that jerk marinade and a little bit more of that chicken seasoning, as I mentioned earlier, just because I thought that the food was looking a little, it just needed some extra kick, okay? And I'm also adding this garlic paste. This is a lot more chunky and thick than the garlic powder that we used before. And it just gives the food, you know, a bit more texture and a bit more garlic because, you know, we love garlic over here. So I'm literally just going to rub that in, and then that will be everything. That's all of the seasonings I used. And then all we're gonna do is let that sit. I covered it in some foil and I let it sit for maybe, I want to say 2-3 hours. Obviously, the longer you let it sit, the longer the flavors are gonna have to really marinate and penetrate the chicken. But you know, alternatively, you can just go ahead and cook it straight away. So what I ended up doing was actually cooking this or pre-cooking this in the oven. So I put it in the oven with some foil over the top for about 30 minutes just to kind of pre-cook it, because child, I'm not a pro with the barbecue. I'm not a pro, so I find my barbecue's always too hot and I wasn't trying to burn this. So while I let that barbecue heat up, I also put together my skewers, let the chicken cook a little bit in the oven first for again about 30 minutes. And then when the barbecue was ready and it wasn't super, you know, hot and the flames kind of went out a little bit, I went ahead and put the chicken on top so that it could crisp up and char up for maybe another half hour, like maybe 15 minutes on each side. You really just got to watch it because your barbecue might be hotter than mine or not as hot. So you just want to keep an eye and make sure you're getting that nice charred look and that brown color. And boom, baby, we done. Like, that's everything. Look how good this looks. Amazing. It tasted 10 out of 10. So I hope you guys enjoy and try out this recipe. If you would like some more cooking videos on my channel, just let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.